The European Super League keeps on getting absolutely insane. There's more information every single hour, and we are going to be doing a follow-up video talking about the impact that it could possibly have on FIFA Ultimate Team. Are we going to be seeing any changes? Is it going to have any impact at all, significant or insignificant? This could be a massive change. If something is going to be going badly wrong, maybe between EA, between FIFA, whatever's going to be happening in the next few days, also the next few weeks, how it could possibly impact FIFA 22. Are we going to be getting Mo Salah having to actually have his face changed up, and also is going to be called Salad instead of Mo Salah, and is his badge going to have to be changed as well? This applies to every single other card. Piemonte Calcio, of course, is already made up. I think EA Sports have done quite a good job. We already pretty much believe this is Juventus. I can't even remember the Juventus badge now. I always just think of Piemonte Calcio, but is his face going to have to be changed? Is the name going to have to be changed? Also for Aubameyang here again, same example. Is this going to actually have to happen? What is going on with this? And we're going to try explain it in this video. So getting straight into it now, we do know that there have been many different controversial rumors as well. There's a lot of misinformation as well, in my opinion. We did get this from the Madrid zone. I do believe that this is actually false information. I think it's got a lot of coverage for sure. 20,000 likes almost. We did get 5,000 quote tweets and also 2,000 retweets. So definitely a lot of people have seen this, and it is misinformation in my opinion. Super League clubs will reportedly be out of the FIFA video game franchise starting from FIFA 22. I think he hasn't linked a source here. He has just put his hashtag. I think this is completely false information. I do not think this is true at all. So I think be careful definitely what you are seeing. I do know he has posted lots of different things and he has become maybe sort of a reliable source, but I do think he's just trying to tweet as much as possible. Maybe he didn't intentionally put this out here trying to start false rumors, but I definitely think that piece of information, it hasn't been confirmed from anyone. If it has, then we would have definitely heard it from elsewhere. But what we do know is that all of these 6 big clubs from Premier League, it's the easiest example to use Premier League, but we do also have Italian clubs in here, and we do also have the biggest Spanish clubs. But purely Premier League, it's the easiest to explain. But when I refer to Premier League, it is just all domestic leagues, and it does represent as well for all of the other clubs. Keep in mind, Bundesliga and also Ligue 1, or at least Paris Saint-Germain, have acted. They've said they're refusing it. Same with Leipzig, Dortmund, Bayern Munich, all other clubs as well at the time of recording this video. But that could definitely change, so just keep that in mind. So we do know that these clubs, have said that they're going to be starting their own European Super League, and in my opinion, it is pretty much a direct replacement for the Champions League. Now, in FIFA, we do know the Champions League, there isn't any problems with that. The Champions League is something completely separate. We have the gold cards, they are part of their domestic leagues like we have here. Mane is part of Liverpool, and it happens that he does play in the Champions League. So all Champions League players have got this blue card, and now this isn't really too much of a problem at all. EA Sports can clearly, easily just make this into a Super League card. They might change up the card design a little bit, of course take away the UEFA logo and whatever. It is going to be completely rebranded. That is not a problem at all. Then we do also have Road to the Final card, so the exact same aspect can pretty much be applied. It is going to have to be a little bit different because it is a league, and then it is sort of the final 8 clubs and then the knockout stage, whatever. It is going to have to be a little bit changed up, so it's not going to be the exact same Road to the Final upgrade system that we are all used to, but it is still going to apply basically the same way, and we are going to see just formatted in a new different way that is going to be making sense to the league system. And then it is going to be the quarterfinals, semi-finals, and then the final, and then the Champions League winner will get the final upgrade. But again, this is just something that can be easily rebranded, and it is going to be working in the exact same way. Now, there is definitely a problem here because we do know that all of these clubs, they've been threatened by UEFA. UEFA is where the main beef is going on. They just absolutely have had a huge argument with all of these clubs, and we do know the Juventus chairman, we do also know the Manchester United and Real Madrid are mainly behind this. Liverpool as well, all of the clubs pretty much are fully responsible, but especially those clubs, they have also been called out by the UEFA president as well. So there's definitely quite a big thing going on there between them. There's a lot of heated discussions and arguments, and they're going to have to discuss and try and maybe come to a middle ground. So this might not even happen. We're going to have to see. At the time of recording this video, there isn't really any hard concrete evidence showing that they're sort sort of like they've found an agreement, or what UEFA are actually going to be doing, we do not know. Apparently on Friday there is going to be some decision on the Champions League if PSG are going to win it by default or whatever. I think that is quite unlikely to happen as well. But we do know that these leagues have been said, the Premier League have said that if Arsenal or Liverpool, Chelsea, if they are going to be joining the Super League, then it is a decision. They can join the Super League, but then they have to leave the Premier League, and that applies for all of the other leagues and their domestic leagues. So where it becomes difficult is if it's not going to be as simple as the Premier League will allow them to join the Super League, and they can also stay in the Premier League as well. If there is going to be a little bit tension there, and there definitely already is, that is going to be the main decider, because if it's only going to be the European Super League that Liverpool are going to be playing in, it's going to be very confusing to see what EA Sports are going to do. Even if they get the licenses, will they have just a completely separate league? Is there going to be a weak link in FIFA with chemistry between Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo? Are EA Sports going to have to completely remove that? There are so many different questions being asked, but the likelihood of a situation like this, I think it is definitely quite unlikely. I don't think EA Sports will ever need to come down to something like this, because the only way this could happen is if somehow the European Super League are going to be claiming the rights, and it is going to be all coming over to the European Super League. But I think because FIFA already have all of these rights, and it is just going to be like an additional competition. This is supposed to just be an additional competition. It isn't supposed to be the one thing that the club is going to be doing. So I think it isn't meant to be what everyone is thinking it is. So hopefully there is going to be a resolution, and the leagues can actually agree with the clubs. I'm not really too sure where UEFA is going to stand with this, but I do think this is pretty much a direct replacement of the Champions League. And possible FIFA 22 content we could actually see is actually the best XI of European League, as we can see here. Sort of like Team the Tournament cards, what we have now with Champions League and Europa League, but it is going to be themed with the European Super League, of course, and it's going to be very, very different. Of course, many different changes for football. In my opinion, I think it is going to be ruining it as well. I don't like many different ideas of how sort of it's stable income for these clubs. That is pretty much why they have said that Arsenal, Spurs are going to be in it every single year, no matter what, for all of these founding clubs, for the 15 founding clubs. I do not like that idea at all. Even though I'm trying to be positive about the situation, overall, I still believe I don't think this is a good idea. But it's a little bit confusing with these licenses and how it's actually going to be going. But I don't really see it as too much of a problem. I do think it is going to be something EA are going to adapt to, but either FIFA are going to just extend the licenses over to that, or it is sort of like Champions League. The Champions League doesn't get its own separate licenses. It should just be an additional tournament, and it shouldn't actually have any significant role on these clubs. It shouldn't be like a whole Premier League or anything like that. This should just be an additional competition, and I do not think it's playing out to be a massive thing that everyone is supposedly saying that it is. But that is what UEFA as well are threatening, to be fair. So that is why it is a little bit confusing, and definitely UEFA, what they are saying to ban them from everything, it does sort of create this environment that they're just going to be on their own somewhere, and they are going to have their own league or something like that. And in that case, they would have to have their own licenses, but hopefully none of that is going to be happening. So this is something that it could look like. Credit to Fran Design. But for the rest of this year, I think there isn't really much to worry about. Team of the season is going to be fine. Then we are going to be seeing footies or summer heat. That should be fine as well. Maybe the Euros is going to be a little bit disrupted, but in that case, it is just going to be, we're going to get smaller cards like Lingard, maybe getting 98, 99 rated instead of Messi, and all of these Mo Salah playing for their national teams, but we're going to have to see. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.